I'm at the yard of the Gavin Smith Racing Stables chatting to Dean about the yard's chances on Friday, which will be the last meeting of the season. Now they'll step out Battle of Britain in race 2 to get underway, and Dean, she's going to have a couple of headgear changes.
It's her first gear. She didn't really try much. She was outpaced actually, and Craig had cut her back and put the blinkers on. She didn't give him anything, and she is a light type of filly. We've done a lot of work with her, and she's in a good space, and hopefully the blinkers will get her to show some improvement.
We move to race 3. Laguna Vad will be in action now. He wasn't the luckiest last time out. He was caught wide. Dean, you can get closer on Friday.
I agree. A smaller type of field. Last time out, we tried to get him well placed, and he got stuck out deep, and then we had to break him back and ride him from off the pace, and he actually ran on. He is slowly coming back to himself, and we're expecting some improvement on Friday.
Moving to race 4, another that was unlucky in his last start was Could It Be. He was caught too far back from a wide draw, and he actually ran on really well that day. Joining him will be Twilight Bay. Now she left the maidens in her last start.
Twilight Bay, really good maiden win. I thought there was a really good ride by Craig that day. She is taking on the boys now. She's got 60 kgs, and she's doing well back home. We're just hoping for a good post-maiden run. Could It Be, really happy with the run last time out. She does like the mild turf. And she's doing good, and she could squeak into quartets.
We move to race 5, Song of Myself. She ran a cracker last time out when she was right up in class and out at the weights in the non-black type East Cape Breeder Stakes.
She's a lovely filly. She has gone up a little bit in the weights, but I don't think it should be a problem. She's a nice filly, and expecting her to be very competitive Friday.
The feature of the day is a Champion Juvenile Cup, and here the yard will be represented by 4 runners. We're going to start with the top 2, and that is Reddy and Barolo. Now, Reddy was a good winner again last time out. He really looks a progressive chap. And Barolo, well, everything went wrong for her in a strong field in her last when she over-raced and her saddle slipped.
Barolo just right that run off, and she got tested for the TCO2, and she was just completely wild after it. It wasn't her run. She's looking for this trip, and she should give us a good effort. She's a lovely filly. Reddy, very good win last time out. Craig rode him from off the pace, and he quickened up and won a good race, and the 14 shouldn't be a problem. He's doing really well back at home, and he should be a runner.
The next 2 runners being Make Believe and Star of Elena, both race off their maiden wins. Make Believe, it was a good win, a very positive maiden win, and Star of Elena likewise, and the form line has stood up well.
It's both of them last time out over the 12. It was both hard, gutsy fought wins, and it's exciting to see them going over the 14. Star of Elena should love it. She's a big filly that's looking for the 14. She should also be competitive on Friday, and Make Believe, the filly that ran second, came out and won quite comfortably last time out, so she's in a good space, also expected to give a good account of herself.
Filly Sprint up next in race 7. Here the yard step out the 3 runners. Gimmy's Lassie, she is in solid competitive form. She's really holding it well and has been thereabouts, right there actually, in all recent starts. Happy Holly behind me, our poster girl this morning, will join her, as well as Polynomial, who showed good improvement against a bit weaker in her last start.
Gimmy's Lassie is holding some solid form. She was very unlucky last time out, and she's always been holding form in this top division lineup, and expecting her to be a big runner. She's fit and well. Polynomial, very happy with the last run. We've come right back to the sprints, which seem to be the trick, and she's in a good space, expected to run into quartets. She'll be running on. Happy Holly, she's also doing really well back at home. She seems to be back to herself, and we're expecting some improvement.
And 2 runners that close for the yard in the race 8, Imaginable and Captain Tik Tok. Now, Imaginable made his local debut last time out, and on that occasion Dean was adamant that he was going to love the step back to a trip. Dean was spot on, and he romped home. He'll be joined by Captain Tik Tok. Now, I'm sure we can disregard that last run. If you look at his prior form, not a run to judge him on.
We tried the 14, and I don't think we'll try it again. He just doesn't see it out, so we're back to the sprint, where he's done best, so expecting him to run us a nice race. Hopefully he can run into quartets. Imaginable is a smart horse, and he's doing really well back at home. Even with the top weight, I expect him to be a huge runner.
A very positive runner to close for the yard in the last, or 2 very positive runners actually. I also agree Captain Tik Tok back to a sprint is one to keep an eye on, and the yard could have a very exciting last race of the season.